Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. You guys can see my screen, right? Thanks. Okay. This is a repetitive and continuous session of yesterday's demo, and we are here to learn Pega robotics tool. We will start with what is RPA and what are the tools of RPA technology. Okay. Like initially, first we will start with technology, which is RPA. Now in a market, like we have multiple tools available comes under RPA. Like RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation, whereas it's different types of bots we used to develop. One is RPA bots and another one is RDA bots. As we see here, RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation and RDA stands for Robotic Desktop Automation. The difference between these two is like RPA, whatever the process we are automating for the business, we will do end-to-end automation, which means there is no need of human intervention to process anything while executing the bot. Those kind of bots we will define in under RPA, and whereas RDA comes under RDA, we will need human intervention in terms of decision making or any input or any ad hoc process whenever they want whatever they want to provide some information. So in such scenarios, that is depends on decision of that user. So in those scenarios processes, we will define this RDA. Development wise, RPA and RDA mostly same, but whereas in RDA, we will define some user interfaces. You can see here some user interfaces we will define, and we will provide it to the end user so that he can take an action, like something actions like he can provide input for that bot to feed, like whatever the output it is coming, based on that he can decide something, like in scenarios like whether for approving something, whether he has to approve or not, based on that output bot has provided after processing. So such type of decision makings involved in that, we will define those processes under RDA process. Now we are clear, right? What is an RPA and what is an RDA? Okay. And mostly the purpose of these bots are like what why in entrepreneurs like or business wants to adopt this technology into their business. Why they want this technology? Because like whatever the business process, manual business process they are doing it, they just want to automate it, automating like transforming the manual business flows into automation flows. Like with that they'll get a lot of benefits, even though there is a initial cost is high. Like we will see what are all costs involved initially, and then later what are all benefits they will get. The purpose of all bots which are developed using any tool in RPA technology come the main motto of this is to automate the manual process into like a automation process. Okay. And we as we see, like we have some basic understanding of bot, right? Now we will what this bot, what is actually bot means. We are saying bot, like we'll say robotics also it's in a bot, but whereas we don't have here physical bots, we'll be having here only software bots, like which means the bot we can say here executable form of automated process is a bot, which means some scripts we will develop, or some design components we will drag and drop and establish the automation flows, like in the business flows whatever it is, we will establish the flows. Such flows we will develop under one project or one solution. That solution we will convert into executable format, and we will give that executable format files to the end user to run in their environment. So that process we call it as that solution, we call it as bot. Okay, now we understand, right, what is bot here. It's not a physical bot, it's a automated process flow. Okay, and what bot actually does is like it mimics the human actions in process. Mimic means what the human actually doing in real life, it will not do such things, but whatever business, I mean end user is doing while doing executing this process, the same actions the bot does. Like here, launching applications, any type of applications, but first he has to launch the application, login application, and extracting data from application, or inserting or updating data into that application, or download any forms or upload any forms, navigation from one screen to other screen, one page to other page. Like these activities the human will do, right, while processing any while processing any record, or in his process flow. Like the same actions bot will mimic without any human intervention. But for bot, we need to instruct what to do, what exactly it has to touch. On each control level information, we have to provide that instructions to the bot, so that bot will do those actions. If any rules whatever we have given to the bot, if there is any mismatch or any change in the applications, then bot will fail. So like we will say, whatever we are doing, whatever we are instructing to the bot in the form of code while developing, it will simply follow those rules. It will not take any decision on its own, or it will not deviate to perform any other actions. So uh, rule driven automations will say, like we will instruct to the bot what to do. Okay, and we are here to discuss like Pega robotics, and also we will see what are the leading RPA tools available in the market. Like there are multiple RPA tools are there, but mostly from past few years, these are the leading ones. UiPath, Pega Robotics, Blue Prism, and Automation Anywhere, Cofex, and many other automation tools available in the market. But why few tools are most popular, and why are not few other tools? Because whatever the organizations adopting and using in a huge scale, whatever they are adopting, they are using it. So that these tools are most popular, because they are adopting, they are providing opportunities as for developers, and for other teams. Okay, and the features also providing by these tools matters. Like whatever the tool, it is more suitable for the organization applications or their business flows, they will adopt those technologies, right? So this has to support the business flow, it has to understand the business process, and it has to support their functionalities. So while developing these tools, they have in mind all these scenarios, and they have building the features. Even though initial versions of these tools not having much exposure towards that process, but after identifying are encountering any issues, they are fixing and providing hot fixes and releasing in a new versions. So each time we will get new versions then and now. Okay, so whenever they are releasing new versions, organizations are upgrading those tools and adopting the new features. Okay, and we will come to see like where all we need this RPA. Like as we discussed, this main motto of these automation tools are transforming manual process to automation, right? Like where all we can use this RPA, and in which circumstances we need this RPA tool. Okay, one is like repetitive tasks. Wherever there is a repetitive task if suppose if we take an example of call center agent, like he used to provide a service to the customer, like getting some information from any other application. While communicating with him, he has to retrieve this application from one source, and while updating that information, he will launch another application, another source. Like he has to interact with multiple applications at the same time to retrieve that information, so that it will take a lot of time. He will be putting hold that customer, and he will use this data while communicating. So like that, it will show some delay. So if it takes more time, it causes like customer is not satisfied with the services the business is providing. There is a chance of losing the business, and customer might attract towards other services from the same competitor. Okay, so whenever there is a new technology coming in the market, each competitor wants to adopt the technology, so that they'll be in a leading position in the market. So whenever there is a repetitive task, such as the example we discussed, like if we implement the automation flows, manual, I mean, call center agent no need to open all applications. He on the bot itself, it will launch that application, and it will extract the information from the application, and it will give the call center agent whatever the information he wants. The instructions we will build while developing the bot, right? So it will automate the process of extracting and updating such kind of information. So call center agent will not, no need of focusing much on this navigating, launching application, extracting data, all these things. It will be automatically done by the bot, and he can concentrate on the user, end user, so that he can provide more best services, and also he'll give fast services to them. So customer will be happy, so that the business will grow in such a way. So in those scenarios, like we can implement bots. And another one is complex processes. Wherever there is a complex process, more conditions applied to perform such actions. So like it's a simple process means we don't need to put that much cost for automating and developing bots. So when it comes to complex processes, we might need like bots to follow those all rules, and applying all conditions, and time consuming processes, whatever the human it is, he is taking or she is taking more time to perform such tasks. We can automate these processes. The bot will do within a short span of time, or compared to human process, it will do more better and more faster way. Agree? Yes. So we, in these, not only these scenarios, some other scenarios also, we can use a bot to automate the process flow. But with these three, if a person is doing for 8 hours of his job, like a bot can do in 2 hours or 3 hours, based on process. It can be reduced to uh, drastical amount of time the person is spending, and it will give more productivity what person human is giving. So if that comparison if we do, we can say like a bot is more effective than the human work. These places we can see, and we can see other features of these tools also, and what actually this bot does in the automations. These are the some of the features we can say bot actually what it is doing while performing, generating this bot. So application integrations, if we see this application integration in the sense, for developing these bots we'll be using some IDE, some Visual Studio, we are using it. So while developing this, we need to integrate some of the applications. There are a wide variety of applications we are having it, like Windows applications we are having, web applications we are having, like Citrix applications we are having, SAP applications we are having, databases we are having, and mainframes we are having. All these applications, if you want to automate the process flow which involves in that process, we need to integrate those applications with the studio first. Then we will identify the controls, and will create a representation of that application controls in the studio in terms of like studio controls. Like will be having some environment where we will see those representation elements as a controls here. So with that, using controls, we will design the process flows, we will automate the process flows. So while identifying those controls, we will put some match rules. What is match rules and all these things we will see. Match rules are nothing but identifying the control based on some condition or rule. Okay, so we will integrate the applications with the studio. Like application integrations, we come to know right now. Like second one is like automating these applications activities. Like in Excel, we are seeing again, I mean, extracting the information from Excel, or putting some value into Excel, finding a range, or performing some pivot operations, or developing some charts. All these things we are doing, no? Like all these activities we can automate, even though we are having other technologies like macro for doing Excel activities. We are also having those functionalities in this tool also. We can automate the Excel activities by using connectors provided in the tool, or we can directly call the macros. Already existing macros, if we have, we can directly call to perform such activities. And also Outlook activities, such as reading mails, sending mails with attachments, and I mean, booking appointments. All these Outlook activities, we can, whatever we are doing, we can perform those activities using this tool. And Word also, like if we are putting any information or getting any information, we are automating those activities here. And PDF also, we can create a PDF, or we can read the PDF, or we can write the data into PDF. Like all these activities we can do. And the third point is like calling external applications such as batch files. Like some applications are not feasible to launch or to perform any actions. So in such scenarios, we need to depend of some external activities. Those activities are in the form of commands we will provide, and we'll create a batch files. Those batch files we can call from this tool. So those features also available. So it's a, I mean, um, uh, version to version, it's keep on increasing their feature list, which this bot is actually providing. Okay. And OCR implementation using these tools, and artificial intelligence integration, all these things we are getting as a new features. Okay. And also it will allows us to write our own scripts. Own scripts means basically this is from C sharp script. Basically this is from C sharp script. So whatever the coding language we are using here, it is .NET background. So we can write our own script, or we can use the existing script, the existing methods defined in some DLLs. And those DLLs, if you want to use the functionalities inside it, we can add as a reference, and we can use those reference into our project. We can easily complete the development. So if we use a reusability things, like we can, development is much faster. Yeah. And another point is like standardization of process. Standardization of process means what are the manual process they are doing it. Like as a human, they know the process flow, what to perform, and I mean, they they have to go on particular file, and open that file in that folder kind of thing. Like if we say standardization, we have to follow this process and we have to follow this naming conventions, and this format has to be like that. If we say some instructions to the end user, and bot will follow the same. So if we standardize the process, bot follows exactly the same. It will be benefit to the end user also, easily can understand. There will be no confusion. Bot understand, because as I said, like initially, it's a instruction rule based one. So whatever the instructions we are giving to the bot, it is exactly following the same thing. So it's a, we need to standardize the process where it is not a standard one. Okay. And another one is insights to business, and providing analytics for the business, for decision making. Insight to business means, if we say what exactly the human is doing for monitoring for higher level management, like there are some other tools are there in the market, other tools in the market. But whereas if we automate the process, it will provide output information, or it will update the stats information, and it will provide how much volume it has processed per day or per month, how much times it has triggered, which means it has executed that process. Like this, all these things, they can business can watch. So based on that, whether that is worth for them, to increase the productivity, or to increase this bot count, like that, they can put some uh, decision makings on it. So these are the areas where the bot can do. And what are all can be avoided, I mean, we don't need of these things while developing bot, re-engineering of application. Whatever the process business doing the process, right? What are the applications they are using it, we are not touching that applications to re-engineering. Whatever the applications they are using, we are using the same applications. So uh, however the application is, we'll simply follow those applications. No need of application development here. And another one is avoid human intervention. In terms of RDA technology, we need like a human intervention, whereas in terms of RDA we need, RPA we don't need. So in RPA, we can avoid human intervention. So business wants their employees to uh, give more productivity, where all that can be automated, where they are going to use these bots, and they'll put more focus on value added works, other value added works. So business can achieve more productivity and more efficient work, right? So another one is monitoring. So whenever we are deploying these solutions and we are running these bots, there is no need of closely monitor. We don't need to open the I mean system and see what exactly it is doing, whether it is performing or not accurately. We don't need to monitor around. Once it is scheduled, we can schedule these bots. Like once it is scheduled, like we can see whether bot is running or not. In we will provide a log files or server log files. So there they can see whether the bot is running or not, how many volume it has processed, how many are remaining left, remaining volume, so how much time it can take. They can see those stats. So close monitoring is not required here. And coming to benefits of this, using these bots, like fast processing. As we see, any, I mean, um, task performing by human, it is taking some time. If we automate the same process, it is doing very fast. Like here, suppose if we are doing any, I mean, ticketing in Tatkal while doing it. Suppose if we take like 3 minutes to perform end-to-end booking, like bot will do only 30 seconds or 40 seconds, not more than that, because whatever the information we are giving in real time, we are updating in the application. We are typing and we are navigating to different screens, and we are doing mode of payments and all these things we are doing in real time. But whatever we are developing bots, it is automatically having all that information. Before, we have to provide all the information to that forms, so that whenever the bot executing, it will extract all information from that source location, and it will update in destination location, and it will process. So for extracting and updating, it will not take much time for the bot. So instead of 3 minutes, it is doing it in 30 to 40 seconds. In the 3 minutes, bot can do multiple bookings in the same time. So here we can say it will be faster than human. So another one is productivity. As we discussed, productivity, if we are doing the same activity 3 minutes for one task, the bot is doing like six activities, such six activities. So productivity automatically increase by seeing that processing count itself. We can say productivity increases. In a large scale, business is performing a wide variety of operations with large volume. So when it comes to large volume, business wants to have more people to perform such tasks. If we implement those bots in the replace of that humans, like, it will automatically increase more productivity, okay, within less time. And also, if it will give more efficient and accurate results. Accurate results means there is a chance of human errors, but whereas here there is no chance of human errors. Whatever we are given instructions to the bot, simply and blindly it will follow those instructions. So it will not deviate anything. Like, human might make mistakes in I mean, not intentionally, but he might have a chance to do it, but, whereas bot will not do it. So that it will provide accurate results. And as we see, we can avoid human errors, such errors we discussed. And when it comes to scalability, scalability means like if we have like 10 records to process for today, like one person can do 10 records per day. So one person needed. When tomorrow it comes like there are 20 records, then we have to hire one more person to perform, to perform another 10 records. Like that, if it comes to like 100 records, we need 100 people. But when it comes to 11th day, there is only 10 records. We cannot immediately hire the fire the remaining 9 people because of not having volume, right? So uh, like, we have to maintain the resource, like employees, we have to provide all benefits to the employees. But whereas here it comes to bot, we have to run this bot in one machine to perform such one task. And if we have more volume, next day we will increase the bots count. We will increase in the number of systems. We will deploy those bots to run and perform those activities. So scalability, whenever we are having more volume, we will increase the number of bot count. And whenever there is no work, we will not run those bots in where there is no need of running the bots. So scalable we can do, increasing and decreasing number of bots. Okay, the same solution we are running in one machine, and the same solution we are running in second machine. So there is no need of developing one more solution for the same. Okay. And as we discussed, development time is less. Because why we are saying the development time is less, where in terms of code development, it takes time. Writing code, like a lot of hundreds of lines of codes or thousands of lines of codes, it will take some months time, or a couple of days time, if it is a small code. Whereas it comes to these tools, mostly we'll be having drag and drop functionalities. like features, we just need to drag the components available in tool. Like for all these tools we'll be having some toolbox window. From the toolbox the components are available, Windows components as well as Pega robotic components we are having it. Those components are in the form of design blocks. We just need to drag and drop those components in the automation flows, and we need to establish the connections. There is no need of writing code if already components available for the same cost. If there is no functionality available initially provided by the bot by the tool, then only we will write our own scripts. Or if you feel like if it is a complex one, then also we can write our own script and we can call those scripts. So because of that, development time is very less. Suppose in same process if you are doing in C sharp for 20 days or 30 days, the same thing like we can develop using these tools within a week or less. Like that much difference we can see here while developing any project using these tools. Okay, and also easy maintenance. And we are seeing whatever project we are defining developing, like we'll provide naming conventions, we'll follow all naming conventions. And also we'll use reuse those things, reuse the existing ones. So whenever we are having one issue, like it is easy to identify based on that naming conventions or anything. like we will go and navigate to that particular flow, and we can change it. Whatever the issue it comes, we can identify, and we'll find the root cause of that issue, and we can provide the fix for those. So likewise, maintenance is easy and development is easy for that. But when it comes to ninth point, like ROI benefits, return of investments, why business wants you implement or adopt this technology into the organization. Like initial cost of this is high, comparing to license cost is high, and the development cost is high. They have to recruit the developers who are experts in this tool. And also it's a lifelong maintenance cost. Once they have developed the bot and using the bot, it might cause some issues, like if the application changes or any process changes, such scenarios they need to update the solution or fix the issues in the solution. So this is a lifetime maintenance. So all these comparisons, if we see, that is one time investment for the business, but whereas it will leads to increase in productivity and fast processing and accurate results. And those are all benefits will organization will get. And also there is no need of hiring more people in terms of there is a more volume, as we discussed. And here we can see the relevant point here. Resource cost can be reduced for new hirings, which means there is no need of hiring more people and again train them and providing all employee benefits. So all these things can be avoided. And whereas when we are hiring any resource, like he works for 8 hours, right? Where we are bought developer, right? It will works for 24 by 7. It will not ask for any benefits what the employee is expecting. All these things it won't need. Just info it is needed, and the process data it is needed. It will run for 24 by 7. So with this company will get more benefits, right? And also scheduling, we can do it here. Like we can do scheduling in multiple ways. Either using Windows Star Scheduler, we can schedule it, or the application provided in Pega Robo Manager, we can schedule there. Scheduling in the sense, like here, like if we want to run the bot like each hour, or twice a day, thrice a day, or how many times if you want to run the bot, we can run, or monthly ones we can provide our specifications, like monthly ones or particular days, weekdays we need to run this bot, or weekends we don't need to run this bot. Like all these actions we can share, provide as a rules, and we can run the bot. So as per the schedule time, bot automatically will trigger and performs its action. It will complete it. There is no need of human to start manually. In RDA bots, we can do it like to start the bot manually, whereas in RPA bot, we will schedule it. And when it comes to other point, like it's suitable for all domains and all other applications, like banking industry, like insurance industry, like motors, finance related, any domains. It can be, these tools can be adopted. It can be adopt and integrate their applications, and we can automate mostly all applications. Some applications are not feasible because of the technology they have used to build the applications. Such applications, we will raise a request with the Pega support team. So here we have Pega's product team, right? Like whenever we find any issue while executing or while developing this project, we will internally first try to fix that. If it is not that feature is not provided in the tool, then we will raise a request with the Pega. They will I mean analyze the issue and try to find the root cause. If it is the feature itself, it is not there, they will newly build that feature, and they will give it in a next version, or they'll give it in a hot fix for the current version. So they'll do fixes and giving more features whenever we encountered such issues. Okay. And also when it comes to monitoring and maintenance, like as we discussed, like there is an application in Robo Manager of Pega application, Pega platform, like where hundreds of bots, like we can monitor from there, maintaining from there. Like it's a centralized location where which bot has to assign to which machine, like all these things, scheduling, all these things we can do. And also which bot is running, which bot is not running, like the dashboard will be having it there, like we can monitor all those things. So these are the few benefits when it comes to using this RPA tool. And like any other tool, like what are the, we have some benefits and we have some disadvantages. So these are the some of the disadvantages we have here. Like first one is like rule based driven automations, which means whatever we are giving the rule, blindly bot will follow that rule. If any change in rule or change in process, bot will fail. Because rule based means like we if we say the application based on its title, if the title information got changed after development, the bot will not finding the application, because there is a change in title. So whatever these minute rules we have provided to the bot, it has to stick to that. If there is any change in that, bot will fail. So bot will not give the expected results. In such scenarios, again we need to identify the issue and rebuild the fix that issue, and rebuild the solution, and run it. Okay. This is one thing. And the dependency on applications, like as I said, if there is an upgrade of applications, of any applications, then this bot will fail. Now initially most of the bots developed using Internet Explorer browser, right? What are the applications they're launching using Internet Explorer? So all bots, most of the bots are developed using that. But where when it comes later, like Internet Explorer, Microsoft has stopped providing updates for the Internet Explorer, and migrated to Edge. Edge now, each bot developed in earlier using Internet Explorer, they are migrating from Internet Explorer to Edge. So rework has to be done. There is a dependency of applications. And regular upgrade of tool means whenever they are providing more feature or hard fixes, we need to upgrade the tool, which means we need to uninstall the existing one, or reinstall the new one. So those we need to do. So when it comes to large scale, large number of bots, it takes a lot of time for upgrading all the bots. So this is one of the disadvantage, because existing versions not capable of handling all scenarios, but later versions which are giving, they are providing hard fixes, as we discussed. Like as a process to utilize those functionalities, we need to upgrade. Okay, and it is not feasible for handling unstructured and handwritten any data, like to scan any data, to read the data from it. Some unstructured data, it's not in a pattern. So whatever we are defining to the bot, it has to be structured and like a constant pattern one. So if it is unstructured or handwritten, like bot will fail. And also, even though if we are having some OCR technologies like ABI fine reader, such technologies to integrate, but it is not accurate one. Like if we say, like it might gives accurate results for some time, and it will not, it might not give sometimes. So we cannot dependent on 100% on this while automating such process which is having handwritten or OCR or unstructured one. Okay, as we discussed, continuous maintenance cost is needed. So these are the few of the disadvantages. And when it comes to development and runtime environments, we'll be having here, uh, like in development environment, uh, whatever the project or solution we are building, we need one IDE. That IDE, it is here Visual Studio, like Visual Studio plus plugin. Either we can get the same environment in two ways. One is Pega Robotic Studio direct installation, or Visual Studio we need to install, or already we are having Visual Studio. On top of it, we need to install like a plugin of Pega Robotic Studio, which whatever the version we want, we have to install that one. So in these two ways, we can get that development environment. Pega Robotic Studio or Visual Studio plus plugin. Okay, and runtime we required, like as a end user, whatever the developed solutions they want to run those bots, they need to have this runtime environment setup in that in their machines. So for that, we'll be having Pega Robotics runtime application. Okay, the version we are going to learn is 19.1.x, whereas the latest one is 22.1. In that, most of the organizations have not been implemented the latest version, whereas there is a lot of UI changes from 19.1 to 22.1. Currently 90 to 90% of organization using 19.1 version only, because from migrating from one version to other version, it takes huge amount of time, because organization implementing these bots in a huge count, let's say, 200 bots or 500 bots are implemented uh, in their processes. Immediately if we want to migrate to latest version, 22 version, it's not easy, and also sometimes it might cause issues, and sometimes it is not feasible, or sometimes it is not that technology, it is not allowing to perform the activities. So there are certain scenarios to involved while migrating. So while migrating from one version to another version, it will take time. Okay, and the concepts we are going to learn in a high level, in depth we are seeing each one of it, but these are the concepts we are going to learn, environment, development environment, whatever we'll be having it. We'll explain the details of IDE, which means integrated development environment, what is the studio, what it is having, it is having some windows and components and toolbox, and all those features will be explaining to you. And second one, what is the solution, what is a project, what are the project items, all these things will be letting you know, integrating applications, and automation development, components control, error handling, and building debugging skills, like writing your own scripts, and developing and testing, diagnosing, all these things we'll be letting you know in coming sessions. So these are the things for the today's demo session. If you have any questions, just let us know. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Or you can even type in the chat if you have any queries. Hope no one having any queries. When will the actual training starts? uh, Maybe tomorrow. Whenever the demo sessions completed, we will start the actual sessions. So we'll let you know, or you can follow up with the training institute. Like we'll once the demo sessions completed, we will continue that. And yesterday and today the demo sessions. Any other queries? Hopes like everything like understand then. So we don't have any queries. So I'm stopping the session. Thanks for joining.